So whenever I play League, there's always a lingering thought inside my head. How isn't support known as the easiest role in the game? Your job in the game is to basically make sure your teammates do their job. I mean, you don't need to CS, you don't really need to do damage. Your only job in the game is to protect people. I may not be very good at this game, but I know that even I could do well on this role. So I'm going to dedicate 1 week to playing this role to prove that this is the easiest thing ever. Before I embark on this challenge, I set myself 2 goals to keep me motivated. My first goal is to find a main. I like champions who can make big plays and completely change the tide of battle. But given that there are quite literally 45 support champions, this was going to be difficult. For my next goal, as an Asian, I care a lot about grades. So the next and last goal was to finish a game with an S grade. I started off day 1 with Leona. I went in with the idea of charging in head first, securing some of the juiciest engages my ADC has ever seen. And without a doubt, I completely failed. As the game progressed, I knew my role was to try and protect my teammates. So I tried, but I got kicked in the face instead. You motherfucker! You motherfucker! The next game, I decided to play Nautilus. But this time, I was popping off. It felt like I found my main champion already. I was having so much fun with the way he worked. His hooks are easy to hit, he's tanky, and he has so much CC. Motherfuckers! Yeah! Come here, buddy! Come here! Come here! Exactly. But as the game went on, I realized there were way more responsibilities as a support player. I had 3 different active items that I wasn't using at all. And even when I did try and use it... I was pressing 4 instead of 3. I misclicked. To end off day 1, I played Rel. She honestly had some of the coolest abilities. It took a while to understand what she did, but I was pulling off generational fumbles with her. Oh! No! I'm brain dead. It was also at this time when I had no clue what I was doing with wards. I need to watch a guide on how to ward. I'm just warding randomly for now. Like right here, right here. Boom. I began to realize supports have more access to wards, which means they're responsible for vision around the map. I was just randomly placing them in whatever bush I could find, and my chat was not happy about it. On day 2, I tried to learn about warding setups. Keyword, tried.
Toward this one, keep this one here.
Oh my god. Let me get this straight. Fuck! So you have 3 different objectives, each with their own setup, one of which has 2 different setups, and if you're winning, you have a different setup for each lane, for each tier 1 and tier 2 turret. That's if you're winning, that's if you're fucking winning, and if you're losing, that's another 2 different ward setups you need to memorize. Fuck! Moving into my first game on day 2, I wanted to try a different type of support, specifically an enchanter. I picked Janna, and immediately I'm dying of boredom. I also tried to implement these ward setups when objectives spawned. Yo, I learned a new lineup. Watch this shit. Boom. Boom. I should have bought a control ward, and boom. I don't think it worked. The next game, I just straight up picked Morgana, and I was doing pretty well. It was definitely because the enemy team had a Mordekaiser ADC, but it was getting my confidence up. I got it! Yeah! I kept helping our ADC get ahead, and as the game progressed, she ended up getting a pentakill. Ooh, shit. Oh my god, bro! But as the game progressed, I actually didn't know how to feel because I actually did no damage, which meant I wasn't self-sufficient at all. It didn't feel like I was doing anything, which was pretty frustrating, until I decided to play this Poppy game. What the fuck? How did that kill me, bro? Dude, I don't know how to use Poppy, man. I don't understand how or why or when Poppy should be played as support. Her only form of CC is if I hit someone into a wall. Motherfucker. I hate this. How in the fuck am I supposed to do that? Fuck. How am I supposed to play this, bro? Every single time I tried, I would fail tremendously. I was constantly outranged and the lane was always shoved in. So I did not know how to play. This was also the moment when I also discovered a few more things that I did not understand. Firstly, we have runes. My chat told me to run Hail of Blade Poppy. I didn't know what that means, which also meant I didn't know how to play to maximize the rune. We also have control wards and sweepers that I kept forgetting to buy on my first back. It's kind of funny because I cannot count the amount of times this has been mentioned in my chat just for me to forget. I started out day 3 full of hope and blitzcrank. That hope immediately got body slammed into the ground. Brother, I couldn't land a hook to save my life. Motherfucker, I keep hooking the wrong thing. I was basically throwing spaghetti noodles at people and praying they tripped. Trying to hook me. Dude, the minion is fucking pissing me off now. Also, remember how I said I'd focus on buying sweepers on my first back? Yeah, I forgot. Again, in my defense, there were more pressing matters. Dude, I can't hit hooks for days, bro. Why is she walking back? Why is she walking back? Why is she walking back? Why? But something strange happened. Midway through the game, my hook started connecting. Like, actually hitting people. I wasn't sure if it was divine intervention or if the enemy team was just walking into them out of pity. But suddenly, I was making plays. Real plays. The kind that makes you puff out your chest and pretend you're on the LCS stage. That game got me feeling so good, I decided to 4-stack with a Challenger Smurf, an Emerald player, and a Bronze player. And guess what happened? Fucking Gold lobby! I'm Iron 4. Iron, as in the thing people use to flatten shirts. I don't belong in Gold. Gold players have strategies. They ward things. They ping. I was ready to get vaporized on spawn. But then, I started popping off. I was landing poke. Haha! Sucker! It was beautiful. I was starting to believe. Maybe I could win. Maybe I was good. Maybe I deserved gold. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yo, I think that's my only game where I'll be playing with you guys. Laning phase ended and I immediately began speedrunning death. I didn't know where to go, what to do, or why I was even there. I died more times in the mid-game than in a horror movie's first 5 minutes. Massive ult! Massive ult! I told you I'm good at pressing buttons. I told you I'm good at pressing buttons. I told you I'm good. I'm close. After this game, I ditched my 4-stack because I didn't want to play in gold lobbies anymore. And for some reason, I thought it was a good idea if I played Pyke. We all know how this one's gonna go. His ult was really hard to use. I'm fucking... He was really squishy. Fuck! And since Pyke doesn't get bonus health, he dies when someone farts in his face. This guy actually has the defensive capabilities of a wet tissue paper. I'm fucking done, bro! I'm fucking done, bro! I don't want to fucking play this game anymore! I started off day 4 with Bard, and I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea if my ultimate was helping my team or helping the enemy team throw a surprise birthday party. But hey, I actually remembered to buy a sweeper on my first back. I had zero idea of what I was supposed to be doing as Bard, so I was using my abilities like I found them in a cereal box. I can't go back in? I can't go back in? I dropped healing shrines like I was leaving breadcrumbs for lost children, and fired my Qs hoping for miracles. After that game, I decided to queue up with one of my viewers, a Diamond Smurf. I'm shameless, I know. I picked Thresh, and I already thought landing blitzcrank hooks were hard, but landing Thresh hooks were like trying to throw paper clips into mailboxes. What the fuck was that? I did not understand his kit at all. His hook has a 10 business day delivery time. Yo, I'm pissed, bro. I'm not playing this champion ever again. His E hits like an angry toddler. Bro, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like, come on, man. I misclicked my... And his ult? It's like Veigar's cage, but if Veigar was blindfolded and drawing in MS Paint. GG. Fucking GG, bro. With that being said, I performed the best on Thresh compared to every single other support I tried prior to this moment. I don't know why, but I just couldn't die. This Mordekaiser ults me and he dies instead. Dumbass bitch! I ended the game with an S grade, which for me was like climbing Everest with a spoon. One of my goals finally ticked off. Then, the difficulty spike hit like a truck. Suddenly, everything was 10 times harder. Oh my god! Oh my god, bro! At first, I was confused. Why was this Ezreal playing like he was auditioning for Worlds? Then it hit me. Oh, right. I'm playing with a Diamond Smurf. Turns out, this was a Bronze lobby. We got stomped so hard, I gave up and started pathing like an NPC. What the fuck? He sniped me. On day 5, I made the brave and possibly foolish decision to revisit my trauma. Playing Lux support. It started off rough and I kept dying tragically. At first, I was wondering why my Zeri wasn't following up on any of my attacks. I'd bind someone and nothing. Just Zeri chilling in the back like she was at a spa. Then it hit me. She's weak early. She scales late. I needed to stop playing like I was the only player on my team and actually play around my ADC strengths. Unfortunately, that epiphany didn't save the game, so I picked Pantheon next. Now, in my head, Pantheon was supposed to be this tanky, fearless Spartan dude. So naturally, I just started running headfirst into every fight like I was an anime character. And things didn't turn out so well. Man, that sucks, bro. I'm stupid. But redemption came in the form of his ult. Nothing feels better than pressing R, slamming down from the sky, and pretending like you meant to do it all along. Holy shit, that actually worked. Yo! Then came my final game of the day. I thought it would be something normal, something chill, but then I got Alistar. This champion is anything but normal. I learned about Hex Flash for the first time, and let me tell you, I had no clue what I was doing. Not me flashing into a wall. Apparently, Alistar's secret technique is to sneak around raptors, Hex Flash over the wall, and slam an unsuspecting enemy into your team. This was my first attempt. Yo! Get his ass! Okay, I give up. Eventually, I started figuring out his kit. It was weird, but also kind of magical. No! One lucky play led to my first ever Baron steal. And suddenly, I understood the appeal. By the end of the game, I was just running around looking for ridiculous flash angles. Light work! Light work! Yeah! Yes, I was absolutely throwing. Yes, my team probably reported me, but I was having so much fun. I started off day 6 watching a clip from Keria. Boom, he charmed. Wait, he just walked around and charmed them, no? I can do that. Rakan was the support I had the most interest in. With so many dashes in his kit, he was just really fun to play. Help! Help! Ain't no way! I took the kill! But one thing you realize as a support is that you basically can't take 1v1s. I also began to realize that sometimes pinging doesn't work because people don't fucking use their eyes or ears. Combine those two and I started crashing out. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my shit! I'm gonna lose my shit! For this next game, Lulu was recommended, but I kept mixing up her W and E like they were IKEA instructions, and every time I pressed the button, I just felt like I was babysitting for the entire game. Like, I'm not even a champion. I'm basically a running portable charger, and I hated the fact that I existed to not do anything except for protect my teammates. At this point, I was kind of wondering how a support can carry, especially on enchanters, since most of them don't do damage or help the team get picks. This was also the day I began to learn about anti-engage supports. I quickly learned that the whole point of this class was to prevent the enemy from hitting your teammate, and I absolutely hated it. Bro, how am I supposed to play this champion? Luckily enough, the enemy team surrendered, so I didn't have to play through that game. And unfortunately, I ran out of blue essence, so I could not buy any more champions, which left Zillion and Senna left in my champ pool. I chose Senna because she has a big cool gun, and that game I just didn't have a lot of fun. I give up, I give up, I give up! Why did I do that? Since it's day 7, I decided to pick a main, but there was just one problem. I didn't enjoy any of the champions I played, so I went full on stats mode. Got on op.gg to see who I performed the best on. Apparently it was Blitzcrank. Cool. Then he got banned, so I went back to Thresh, honestly expecting nothing much. But then, magic happened. I did not know even using a fucking lantern could be so amusing. Back, 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 back! Get my lantern! Lantern! Ah! Hooking someone was like scratching my brain with a god tier Q-tip. Blind. Oh! I honestly never knew support could be this fun. I played 4 matches. In 3 of them, I only died once. For me, that's like the equivalent of breaking a world record. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you would know that I never really found a champion that I instantly liked. Mainly because I never took the time to try out other champions. And I am not gonna lie, I lost one of my 4 games, but I still had a lot of fun, which had never happened before. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Will I keep playing support? Probably not. Honestly, if I wasn't doing this for content, I might have considered being a Thresh one-trick. But even then, I don't like the fact that Thresh is the only champion I enjoy on support. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, I appreciate your support. Take that, I'll see you in the next one.